Hello everyone, after watching Goosebumps, which I got to do, I finally get to actually give you this review. This is going to be the spoiler-free review, so the good news is that nothing's going to get spoiled, but there's just a few things I have to talk about in the movie. So first things first is the intro theme. The intro theme was not no, instead it was something different, but it was still suitable. At least the good news is that the title text, or the text that they used was in slime green. So at least the good news is that at least they did keep that. As for the story setup, it feels like Goosebumps. The fact of you have a kid and his mom moving to another freaking place, and it's a new town. It's a bit strange, and then you have this neighbor, and the neighbor is yeah. So it feels like Goosebumps. One thing that was messed up, which is one thing that the series did. This is the TV series did. TV series, for whatever reason, which was still kind of cool in their trademark, is that whatever they had, they'll put the G on there. They'll put the freaking Goosebumps G on it. Like, for instance, in Let's Get Invisible, they had a baseball team, and the baseball team that the main character was in had a G symbol on his cap and on his jersey. He had a G in Welcome to the Dead House, where the girl actually wore a G. So the G was everywhere that is like product placement, technically. But they skipped on the G. Instead of the G, they gave him a New York cap. Kind of sad. I would have loved they had a custom G thing, and the fun part would just be the fact of they could even sell that. They could even sell G caps. But hey, whatever. You guys pick freaking New York, so go right ahead. Yeah, Yankees. Good casting on the aunt. I heard in interviews how they casted this certain person, Julian Bell, apparently. Yeah, the girl from Workaholics. I was like, who they're talking about? But now looking at what they were talking about, that was a good freaking choice. That was good casting. The weird auntie, that was some good casting there. And then you had the friend setup. The friend setup felt like Goosebumps as well. The fact of you got this guy named Champion. Good setup. Definitely good setup. The mom was awkward and hip, which I think that was actually awkwardly hip, actually. Yeah, using lots of jingo jango, but whatever. That felt like Goosebumps as well. And of course, the neighbor's creepiness. Totally Goosebumps as well. I think the last things to talk about is just the fact of just a few things. So number one is just the fact of, if you guys didn't check out the interview, which I didn't even, I checked out the interview like a week in advance. I didn't know. So Jack Black apparently is voicing Slappy. I can understand it. It's kind of like the idea of equals, the fact of you have the dark version of R.L. Stein, who is Slappy, and then you have the light version, him. It's kind of like the equals thing, and it's a good idea to voice him because it's kind of like in Another Shade of Light, he actually is Slappy. So I can understand the idea, and some, yeah, you get the concept of that. I can understand it, but on the other hand, it's still like, bring back the TV one. Bring back the second person who voiced Slappy on TV. He deserves to freaking get noticed. He deserves it. That's all I'm saying. And, well, the other thing I need to talk about is just the TV thing again. I mean, the TV Lawn Gnomes versus this movie Lawn Gnomes. And oh, I forgot about the whole misdirection. There was so much misdirection they did in this. The fact of they were like, you know, all the weaknesses of the Goosebumps characters, right? Yeah, I know. It's like that wasn't even in the movie. So that was an awesome misdirection, making us think that there was actually weaknesses within the Goosebumps monsters, which there were, but they never actually used them. As for the gnomes, and the TV version of the gnomes, you find out that light actually is their weakness. As soon as light touches them, they turn back to stone, which means that even the flashlights. So that means that in the house, technically, they shouldn't have actually been able to move because there was lights on. But if there wasn't lights on, then it makes sense. But lights were on, so that's the messed up part about it. You also have the other thing where it was like, oh, the fact that there was twists in this. There was actually twists, two twists to be exact, in this movie, which I didn't see coming, and that was good. Thank you for not screwing this up. But please do not, after having this out for a month or a week, reveal the twist. Well, I know they're gonna reveal the end, the second twist, but the first twist they most likely will reveal because they're jerks and they want to just. I just hope they don't do it. Last but not least is I couldn't really pinpoint a few of the monsters, which I'm going to do this in the spoiler review. So for anyone who actually wants to get in depth on the whole entire movie, definitely check out the spoiler review after you watch it. After you watch the movie, of course. But I think that basically is everything. So thank you for watching, and this movie, I say go definitely check it out. The only messed up part is that if you enjoy the TV one, you enjoy it so much, and you kind of hope that the TV versions of the monsters are showing up, nope. It's a different guy who's directing it, meaning that is his imagination, not the original guys who did the freaking TV show. Would have been cool, would have been cool that he's like, the TV show has been out. Let me see what things that they did. And then he touched on those, made them a little bit better. But instead it was like, nope, I got it from my ideas. Which I'm going to talk about all this in the spoiler review. So thank you for watching. And please, definitely check out Goosebumps, now in theaters. Have a great day.